What I want to talk about today is something that I think a lot of us may be feeling right now because of the quarantine. And it has to do with self care. And I talk a lot about self care when it comes to styling because it's something that, a lot of us women, we tend to like put ourselves last. We tend to, not think of ourselves when it comes to taking care of things because we have other people, we have other things that we need to take care of. And so I feel as though a lot of the coaches and the professionals out there have been pushing self care these days because it's something that's very, very important. And there are so many different aspects of self care. There's taking care of your body, what you're eating, exercise. There's pampering yourself. Like last night, I did my own nails. It was a moment for me to come down and to just focus on me only. There's nobody else that as I'm doing my nails can I focus on because I'm so very focused on making sure that it's not going over, onto my fingers and stuff. So that's something that I really want to talk about in the realm where I'm a personal stylist, and it's style self care. And I'll give you an idea of what I mean by style self care. It comes more down to a daily activity. It's when you wake up, especially in this quarantine, and I've talked about this on numerous occasions. This quarantine has been really hard on us because we're not going anywhere really. So we're thinking, well, if I'm not going anywhere, then I'm just not going to get dressed up because where am I going? Who am I going to see? Who's going to see it? But getting yourself dressed every day is very, very important for your emotional health. It gives your mind the signal, okay, so I'm ready to start the day, or I'm ready to go out and do what I need to do. And regardless of if that's going outside for the day or if it's doing a bunch of things around the house, getting things done, getting yourself dressed in the morning is one of those important parts that gives your mind that idea, okay, I'm starting the day and it's going to be a good day. I got myself together and I'm ready to, do the good fight, whatever needs to be done. So it's very important for us to just, especially in this quarantine time, that we do get dressed and we get out there, even if it's for a walk or if it's, doing something outside in the yard, um, because our emotional health is really important in that sense. Is the longer that we stay in a quarantine type, lifestyle, the longer it's going to take for us to get out of it. So those little things that you do every day, those are the things that are going to get you into better control of when you start to go back out into the world on a regular basis. And I mean, we're not there on a regular basis. We are still in mostly quarantine action. So, that said, why is it particularly hard for women to do self styling self care? It's because I don't know about you guys, but I mean, I'm a single mom. I have two teenage boys, and I am always considering what I need to do for them, what they need for clothing, what they need, and they need a haircut, what they need to get out there and look their best. So I tend to, take more time to deal with their own styling needs because they're not going to do them themselves. Obviously, they're teenage boys; they're not doing it themselves. I mean, like even this, like I, the 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 salons have opened up. I'm still a little worried about that, but to this point, I don't. You have not seen my hair before quarantine. It was cut really short. This is a very, very long time that it's been growing out. And it's getting to me. It's getting on my emotional health. It's making me feel a little blah, like I don't have a style. So I think what women really need to do, especially in this time that we're living in, is we need to take a few moments out of the day. And, some other parts of the day that we can think of things that can help us to better feel we are in control of our lives and we are in control of, you know, how we look and how we want the rest of the world to see us. Here's an example of how women, uh, you know, take care of other people and their styling needs before their own. When I owned a shop, every spring, people would sign up to get their family portraits done. And you don't know how many times I'd have women come into my shop the day before a photo shoot and said, I got my kids these adorable clothes. I got my husband this shirt that matches theirs almost completely. I don't have anything for myself. Totally forgot that she was also going to be in the picture. I mean, it's a family portrait, but she was so concerned about what the kids were going to wear, what the father was going to wear, what her husband was going to wear, what the dog looked like if they were putting the dog in the picture. That dog went and got their hair cut, but the mom just didn't really think about what she needed to wear for her own pictures that she was working so hard on getting done. So that's one, small idea of the type of things that us moms do when it comes to style self-care. We put ourselves last. So here's what I'm telling you is going to be a great boost for you. When I started in quarantine, my boys were not with me, they were with their father. And I decided, well, if I'm going to be in quarantine all by myself, I'm going to make something of it. I'm going to do something fun. So I started this style, um, like shop your closet challenge is what I called it. So it was a style challenge to everyone. And every day, and it's been 106 days now. Every day I put on a new outfit from my closet, not even going out and buying things. I mean, every once in a while, I got a few things during quarantine because you're looking online all the time and there's these things that pop up. But anyway, most of the stuff that I wore throughout this entire time in quarantine have been from my closet, and it's because I've been able to style them in different ways, and you know be able to wear a new outfit every day just based on, hey, I did at one point for 1 week, I did one pair of jeans styled 5 ways, and I did a scarves, things like that like things that you don't think of that are in your closet that you can use to create new outfits for. And so I put the style challenge out and I've been doing it, and every day I felt really good, like even on the days where I was really depressed, when I really just didn't want to do it, it's like, well, I got to do it. It's my style challenge. It's my thing that I created. I need to get it out there. And when I got dressed, it really made a difference for me. I felt so much better because I was out there. I was styling. I was getting the clothes on. I was doing my makeup. I was, getting everything ready. I had my selfie stick with my Bluetooth like clicker that I use every day. And I'm out there and I'm, posing for it and getting everything ready and posting it online. And I felt really good after it because I could smile at the pictures and say, yeah, I did this today. And I feel really good about being dressed now. I don't want to get undressed and get back into my like PJs or anything like that. And maybe I'll just go outside for a little bit and soak up a little sun or go for a ride and just see what's going on around town just by driving around. So that is one of the things that I think is very important for women to do during this time is to get dressed, because it's a fact that when you get dressed, you feel better about yourself and you feel better about the day ahead. And that is one of the ways, even if it's a small way, that we can keep ourselves going throughout the quarantine and not feel hopeless in the end. If there's one little tiny thing that can make you pull yourself out of feeling hopeless, I think it's the best thing you could possibly do. And that doesn't just have to be styling. It could be that you have to you have to exercise every day. That's your way of not feeling hopeless at the end. So another part of it is when, well, like I was talking about with the woman who comes in for her own outfit the day before a photo shoot for her family. Take the time to look at what's in your closet, because when we're out of this whole thing, that's the stuff that you're going to be wearing when you get out, because you're not shopping, or maybe you are and you're not really thinking that's what I have in my closet, and this is going to complement it. So take a good look in your closet. And if you have things packed away for summer, for the hotter weather, that kind of thing, take it out. Take a good look at it. Make sure it's in good shape because, yeah, soon we're going to be out of this at some point, and hopefully we'll have the clothing that we need and we'll want to get into it and we'll fit into it. So take a good look at that as well, because in quarantine, we're not doing our everyday stuff. I know a lot of women who are getting themselves in gear and doing it great, keeping themselves in shape, keeping themselves going physically. And there are some women who have lost a lot of weight. So there's another reason. Check out what you got at home, because it could be too big, could be too small, and sit down and take a good time to just look at what you think you really need to have. And this is where a stylist comes in, honestly. What I do is I do closet reorganizations. I go into your closet with you and we go through each and every piece of clothing. I'll have you try it on, that kind of thing. And then we talk about why it works or why it doesn't work. Because education to me as a stylist is the most important thing. So once you've looked at all your clothes and you figured out which ones you want to keep, which ones you want to get rid of, and please donate if it's good stuff. Please donate. There are so many people out there who need clothing, especially right now where there are a lot of people who aren't in work. If you, whatever area you're at, if you can find the Salvation Army or any little groups, it's a really nice thing to do for people. But once you have an idea of what you have in your closet, then you know what you need to get. And that's where my personal shopping comes in. Once we figure all the stuff out that you have and that you want to keep and are good for you, that look good on you, and why they look good on you, that's when we usually go shopping for the things that need to, like to add to what you have so that you have a good compilation of clothes that you can mix and match all together. So that's where I come in. But my biggest, you know, take home for you guys today is take the time to really work on yourself. If you need to do your nails, do your nails. And again, turn on a show that you like don't even really have to pay attention to, because you're paying attention to yourself, and give yourself that time every day, even if it's just 5 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna wear this pair of jeans and I'm gonna put it with this tank. And just the thought process of you picking these things out is giving yourself self care. So remember that when you're sitting home and you're like, I don't really want to get out of my PJs. I don't feel like getting out of, the leggings that I'm in right now. Just think about the 5 minutes that you give yourself to pick out an outfit and how you feel about it in the end, that you feel like you put together and you're ready to take on the world. So I hope everyone is staying safe and staying healthy. And I hope you guys are enjoying the weather. If the weather's great where you are, awesome. Take some time out, go for a walk, and enjoy. Have a great month, and I will see you next month.